hit the like, press play. You're running with the squad like Xenoblade. Drive like Mario, we on.
Hi, and Mike Odyssey, and the Switch 2 saga news continues with more information regarding the next Nintendo system here in the Odyssey. Before we get into that, here is a clip if you are new. If not, go ahead and use the timestamps below to skip through the main topics. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to the Mike Odyssey channel. I am so glad you're here. You've made it to your home for Nintendo news, product insights, reviews, and our fun-filled Nintopics Podcast live every Friday. We're all about creating a community that shares the love of gaming, and we do it Monday through Friday every week. On a personal note, I am legally blind and slowly losing my sight due to advanced keratoconus and tooth transplant. But that does not stop me from sharing my passion in gaming with you. In fact, it's made me a stronger advocate for disabilities. My daughter, who has autism, is also a constant source of inspiration for me. I share this not to guilt you into subscribing, but to show you that despite our challenges, we can still share common passions and create a supportive and united community. Here we celebrate diversity and unity, and we believe that everyone should have the opportunity to enjoy the magic of gaming. So if you are excited about video games, interested in united gaming, or just want to be a part of a community that celebrates diversity, hit that subscribe button and join the Odyssey. Let's embark on this journey together. Thank you for your support. All right, so we are here at mynintendonews.com. I make it a thing to make sure that I announce the source before I go into the news, so that way, no accusations that I'm making it up. So let's go ahead and get into the news. Mynintendonews.com is a source for this, so you can check it out yourself. It says here, Nintendo spent nearly $910 million on research and development in the last fiscal year. Now, Mike Odyssey, why is this so important? Well, it has to do with Nintendo's Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2. Say that twice. But it has to do with research and development for their next successor. Now, this money is spent in developing the system, the packaging, and everything in between, right? They're researching and researching the market to make sure they put together a good marketing plan for the release time period, and they're also developing the system. They're making the packaging, the logos, everything that has to do with their brand new system. And so, as you can see here on our screen, we have their research and development chart, right? We got it from 2017 until 2024, and yes, we can see a huge spike. It looks like they started working on this around 2021 and then just kind of took off after that, right? 2021 was around the time where we got that Nintendo Switch OLED or Nintendo Switch Pro rumor, but we never did get it, and they decided to kind of just forget that and let's move on to the successor. So that makes perfect sense on how it just takes like a dive up. I mean, not a dive up. I don't think you can think it's a dive up. Anyway, moving forward. So this is the first part of the news. Nintendo is actually, it's proof that Nintendo this year, more than any other year, is really on the Nintendo Switch successor train. Don't know if I should call it the Nintendo Switch 2 anymore, although that's what trending is, but I think it's going to be called something else for real. And so we see here Nintendo spent 138 billion yen, which is 910 million, on research and development in the fiscal year ending in March 2024. It's a record in value, and the company is forecasting another increase for the current fiscal year, even if it expects sales to slow. All right, so I mean, the anticipation for Switch 2 is pretty high, and so of course they're looking forward, right? But there are other implications, or there are other things that will happen this year, because there's a big question. All right, so if Nintendo is launching a Switch 2 trailer very soon, what's going to happen to Nintendo Switch? Because just yesterday we got that question about the current console. But there's two answers for that, right? The first answer is Nintendo is no longer thinking solely about the Nintendo Switch console, the main one, right? They've sold a buckload of Nintendo Switches, and now they have moved on, right? It's not like they're worried anymore about losing sales. They're way past that. They're moving forward to the next gen system, and it eventually needs to happen. And so, with them following the same schedule they did for the Nintendo Switch back in Switch release, right, was the October release in 2006. October trailer in 2016. We got a presentation in January for the main system, and then a release in March. And by them kind of following that same schedule, that means that Nintendo Switch, although they're still selling the system, they are no longer worried about the sales that much, right? Because there's something bigger here at hand, and believe it or not, it's not Switch 2. It's software. That's what they are going to kind of lay back on, because software has always been their money makers. They've sold over 2 billion software already, compared to the sales on Nintendo Switch. So they are going to be focusing on software this holiday season, and I'll tell you later in the video why is software so important and what they're gonna do to make sure they sell a lot of it during the holiday season. So let's go ahead to the next story regarding Nintendo Switch 2. This one has to do with Bibillion or Bibil, Bibilcon, which is some leaker, I guess, says Nintendo announcement this month is for new OLED bundle. I don't know whether to completely go with this, but I don't also want to say that he is not saying the truth, because there is new systems coming for Nintendo Switch for the holiday season. Nintendo is actually making themselves bundles, and I have proof. I actually have real images of proof that Nintendo is actually re-releasing old Nintendo Switch consoles, the editions, for the holiday season. So let's go ahead and read here from my Nintendo news. Respective video game leaker Bill, I don't know how to read that, has posted on X saying that the industry whispers around Switch 2 reveal this month is actually for a new Nintendo Switch OLED model bundle, which features the sublime Super Mario Wonder and a 3-month subscription to NSO. It makes sense for Nintendo to create a Nintendo Switch OLED bundle to continue the drive sales for the successor to the Switch is revealed. So yeah, it's like they're making bundles so that they continue driving sales for the current model while they present the new model, or while the new model is released. But one doesn't necessarily cancel the other one. I do believe what Bill whatever is saying about the release of new systems, but I also believe about what the other insiders, which by the way have a really great track record, and they're not gonna make this up out of the blue, just saying or confuse something as simple as a Switch OLED versus a next Nintendo Switch 2. We're talking about Nate the Hate. We're talking about other credible sources here. HP Brazil, the person who got everything correctly in the past leakers, like the guy he was the one who mentioned the August Nintendo Direct, right? He mentioned other things in the past as well, and they've all come to pass. And so we cannot rule them out. We'll just say that Bill doesn't have the same information, but he does have some information regarding Nintendo Switch, which is the sales of Nintendo Switch OLED. Now, as you can see, we have here on his Twitter account all of the OLED models that have been out when it comes to the branding. We have the Pokemon edition ones, we have the Splatoon, we have the Tears of the Kingdom one. We also have the base model Nintendo Switch OLED, right, with the red and blue Joy-Con, but with Mario added. And then we have the Mario Red edition, right? These are all planned to come back to for the holiday seasons, but as bundles. I think Nintendo is not really doing a price drop, although they should. I think what they're doing is just bundling their OLEDs, right? They're bundling their OLEDs. For example, the Tears of the Kingdom one, the comes with Tears of the Kingdom this time, right? They'll include the game, which is in a way you'll be saving $70 plus the tax involved with that game. The Mario Kart one, which is their main bundle to go to. They've done Mario Kart since the beginning. They'll continue with the Mario Kart one, adding Mario Kart there, which is a $60, I guess you can call it a price drop with the tax added. Of course, the Mario Red is the one that is expected to have Mario Wonder with, right? The Mario Mario Red bundle is expected to have Mario Red, the Pokemon one, of course, with Pokemon, the last Pokemon game on there, and then the Splatoon one with Splatoon 3 and all expansion packs, and of course they will all have the 3 months of Nintendo Switch Online membership included. And so this is not out of the realm of possibilities. Actually, look at a picture here. I took this picture this week at my local Target, and look at what they have restocked. Yes, I don't think they should have brought this out just yet, but look at the restock. We have the Zelda one, we have the Pokemon one, we have a whole bunch of edition ones. This is not the only section. I should have taken a picture of the other section. There's 2 of them that are filled with Nintendo Switch editions, right? And so this is the time, if you were planning on getting the Zelda edition instead of buying it on eBay for a lot of money, this is the time for you to grab one if you want to get an edition for collectible reasons, right? Or if you wanted to get one, period, right? The edition Nintendo Switches are the ones that go up in price over time. The current models, they go on sale all the time, and people sell them on Mercari or eBay used, but the edition ones are the ones that actually make it valuable if you are a collectible, or if you want to just buy one just to have it, then these are the ones that are actually make it valuable. So this is another news here regarding Nintendo Switch. Now let's go ahead and move on to our last news regarding Nintendo Switch 2, and this comes to us by Tom's Guide. Tom'sGuide.com, very reliable resource when it comes to Nintendo and all gaming news. And it says Nintendo Switch 2 reportedly in mass production, and this could be the release date. And so it says here, it'll have backwards compatibility too. Now, this is where I want to talk about why software sales are important for Nintendo, because backwards compatibility. Now, imagine they released that Nintendo Switch trailer at any moment during the month of September. Well, the one thing they could do to really increase sales for Nintendo Switch, and I mean, right now there are so many games on sale, like crazy sales on Nintendo Switch, all because of the end of cycle, the end of system cycle, and getting ready for the next one. It's like one of the biggest things that happens when at the end of a Nintendo Switch system, or any system, PS4, Xbox, right? At the end of their system, many games go on sale. The developers for the games, they put them on sale like crazy. So, with backwards compatibility confirmed, this is the best time to actually invest in those games. If you're looking for I know I saw the Star Wars game, I think is the pack, the Lego Star Wars. It was $59. It was $14. It's $14 on sale, and so I know I'm gonna pick that one up. I don't have it yet. I want to pick it up, and so there's a lot more on sales, but it's not about that the video. But just to prove to you, backwards compatibility is a huge thing, and these same games on sale now will probably be regular price on Switch 2. So it's good to pick up these games now on sale while you can. Build up your library, because your games will move forward with you. So let's go ahead and read here from Tom's Guide on the production of the Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo Switch 2 rumors are coming in at a furious pace. Yes, because we're very close. We recently heard that the console is slated to be revealed this month, though we didn't hear anything about when we'd actually be able to buy the console. New rumors from MST Financial Senior Analyst David Gibson via Tech Radar suggest that Nintendo is already mass producing the next version of its beloved Switch console. Gibson said that the company's primary assembler has spent a large sum of production equipment and automation for Nintendo, which makes him think a Switch 2 is being built. No one seems to have noticed the Nintendo assembler Hoseiden is spending Y2BN on production. So I'm guessing is 2 billion yen on production equipment, 1 billion yen on automation and in its fiscal year ending in fiscal year 3, 2025 for its major consumer in amusement, Nintendo. So what they're saying here is that the supplier that Nintendo most uses, which is Hoseiden, spent 2 billion yen for its fiscal year ending in 2025 on automation and equipment and production for Nintendo. So I mean, why else would they spend this much money on production if it's not for the successor? For its major consumer in amusement, Nintendo, writes Gibson. He adds that he expects September news and March 2025 release for next, said Gibson on Twitter. So he is expecting a March release for Nintendo Switch. Now, guess what? There's another big giant source collaborating this, and this is PH Brazil. Same person who got this correct the very first time with August Direct and with the Nintendo Switch 2 delay for 2025 back in February, when we all thought we were expecting a Nintendo Switch 2 this year. PH Brazil was the only one and first one who said, nope, Nintendo is making the Switch 2 come out in 2025. There were some internal delays that he heard from, and that things are happening in 2025. With that, everyone else in the months later joined in the 2025 talk. But PH Brazil was the first one who actually mentioned it. And so he also mentioned, and believe it or not, he was among the only ones again who mentioned that Nintendo is following the Switch same schedule, March, like a March release with January stage presentation and the prior year an October, September reveal date. And so now we're getting, again, people jump on board with this March release date and the same exact schedule that Nintendo was saying. So we have to really take this seriously, because I mean, the guy is getting things correctly. He obviously has some type of source, inside person, really in some position, giving him information. Only one talking about the August Direct. It happened. We got a double feature, and man, I just don't know what to say. I just have to, I have to be on board because I have no choice. And so, yeah, right now they might be looking at September 18 to 26 trailer to for the Nintendo Switch 2, and they're trying to avoid the game show, the Tokyo Game Show. So we can expect the trailer to drop anytime before the Tokyo Game Show. That's what Nintendo is trying to avoid clash with. And so we might get a trailer this month, we might get a trailer next month, but before the Tokyo Game Show is what is expected for that Switch trailer to drop. The mass production looks to be well ahead, and not to take away from the Nintendo Switch OLED bundle, because that is also another possibility that we might be getting. Actually, here are the pictures. This is the pictures that I took of this week at my local Target. I asked the person there, I said, why do we have so many OLEDs and so many editions here? I thought those were sold out. No, he told me Nintendo sent more, so they are already in stores. I'm not sure if they were supposed to release them already, but I could go into my local Target right now, pick up a Zelda edition, pick up a Splatoon edition, pick up a Pokemon edition, the red edition. They're all there, and including the more of the light versions that have Animal Crossing, the one that I think some of them have Splatoon. And so they're not only having the OLED models with games integrated and 3 months of online, but they also have the light versions with games added and 3 months of online. And so all of this is to support the holiday sales. So they have that all the way already well planned, and Nintendo doesn't have to think about that. That's already executed. Nintendo is now focusing on Nintendo Switch 2 information and Nintendo Switch 2 development, and I'm pretty sure the promotional period, once that Switch 2 trailer drops, my friends, oh man, it's all full steam ahead. I mean, it's gonna be insane. We're gonna have days of breaking that trailer down, trying to see every little part of it until Nintendo actually explains it all on stage, which should be expected to happen in January. If the trailer drops, that should be expected to happen in around January, December or January, you know? And so there you have it, my friends. That is all the news we have for today. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Remember, I stated sources. We have my Nintendo news as a source and Tom's guide. Not making none of this up. I'm just passing on the news, providing some opinion, and I'll let you guys take it over from here down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. You are amazing. I'll see you in the next one. Before, never give up and journey on. Peace.